Major panic. They were just caught in the White House changing huge detail from the memo. They were changing the memo. Yes, by Cat Stevens for freedomdaily.com. Those in charge of national security walk a very fine line between accountability and oversharing. On the one hand, they don't need sensitive information floating around in the world. On the other hand, the American people have a right to know what's happening in Washington, especially with our elected officials. Unfortunately, there are times when those who wish to game the system will hide behind the security issue, claiming that information that would implicate them might make the country unsafe. That seems to be what is happening with the now infamous memo that could solve the Russian collusion wiretapping issue once and for all. The Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA memo, has been passed around Washington for the past couple of weeks, with everyone trying to determine whether it should be released. According to the Gateway Pundit, a select few have gotten to read the memo, and it's a bombshell. On Wednesday morning, Judge Andrew Napolitano spoke to Varney and Company on the latest developments of the FISA memo and its release. Judge Napolitano told FBN that FBI Director Christopher Wray and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein told the White House on Tuesday that they were concerned about the memo's release. Attorney General Jeff Sessions was AWOL again. Judge Napolitano, according to the Washington Post, the president has not yet seen it. He's going to see it this morning, so the FBI and DOJ do not want it out because they believe it reveals sources and methods of inquiring data, of inquiring intel, and they don't think it can be effectively redacted. How do we know this? Because Christopher Wray, the director of the FBI, and Rod Rosenstein, the number 2 person of the DOJ, the chief operating officer of the DOJ, where's Jeff Sessions in all of this? Spent about an hour and a half with General Kelly, the president's chief of staff, yesterday afternoon, trying to persuade him of the potential dangers coming out. The FBI released a statement on Wednesday pointing to grave concerns on the release of the House GOP FISA memo. FBI statement on HPSCI memo to be attributed to the FBI. The FBI takes seriously its obligation to the FISA court and its compliance with procedures overseen by career professionals in the Department of Justice and the FBI. We are committed to working with the appropriate oversight entities to ensure the continuing integrity of the FISA process. With regard to the House Intelligence Committee's memorandum, the FBI was provided a limited opportunity to review this memo the day before the committee voted to release it. As expressed during the initial review, we have grave concerns about material omissions of the fact and fundamentally impact the memo's accuracy. Give us a break. We're not buying it. Breaking FBI on the memo. We have grave concerns about material omissions of the facts that fundamentally impact the memo's accuracy. Essentially, the congressional probe required that this memo come to light, at least to a degree, and now the truth is about to come out. The problem with the truth for the FBI is that they've got quite a few secrets, and apparently not all of them are legal. The memo, which was reviewed by a select few, is making its way to President Trump, who will decide if it can be released to the public, and we already saw his answer. Now, though, the Republicans who saw the memo originally are saying that has been altered. MSN, one of the mainstream stooges, even grudgingly admitted that it had been altered. The House Intelligence Committee sent the White House a different version of a classified memo about the Trump-Russia investigation from the one that committee Republicans voted to release to the public. the committee's top Democrat said Wednesday night. Republicans who have seen the memo say it shows that the FBI relied on opposition research dossier paid for by Hillary Clinton to obtain a warrant to conduct secret surveillance on an aide to Donald Trump's presidential campaign. Exactly. Don't say the Democrats, don't say it's Hillary. Hillary, Democrats now they're saying, who have seen the memo say it is inaccurate and misleading attack on the investigation led by Special Counsel Robert Mueller and designed to undermine the FBI. Yeah, because it's based on a crock, let's put it that way. The fact that the memo is subject to alteration is problematic, absolutely. Right, wrong, or somewhere in between, those who have decided to vote on what is legal and what is not need to be able to see the facts of the case. Even if the memo doesn't implicate anyone, the fact that certain forces are so ready to shut it up is highly suspicious. And before anyone goes crying national security, please remember that the president has the deciding vote about whether this is safe to be released. If Congress and the president signed off to release the information, it's probably not too sensitive for the public. Once again, we see that this is about FBI brass saving their skins, not looking out for the American people. Tom Fitton, it's clear that top officials use unverified information in a court document to fuel a counterintelligence investigation during an American political campaign. Translation: Obama, FBI/DOJ lied to court to spy on Donald Trump. That's it, bottom line. Gateway Pundit also reported that if this memo is materially changed, it could spell bad news for the FBI and their reputation. FBI Chief Christopher Wray released a statement today condemning the release of the House Intelligence FISA memo. Intel Chairman Devin Nunes then released a response to Director Wray. It's clear that top officials used unverified information in a court document to fuel a counterintelligence investigation during an American political campaign. Translation: Obama, FBI/DOJ lied to court to spy on. According to Catherine Herridge from Fox News, FBI Director Wray had 90 minutes to review the classified FISA memo with House Intelligence Chairman Devin Nunes and Representative Trey Gowdy on Sunday afternoon on Capitol Hill. The FBI and DOJ are very upset that the House Intelligence Committee is about to expose the FISA abuse. The memo must be devastating. Now this. The FBI sent 5 agents over to the White House this week to alter the House Intel FISA memo. Lou Dobbs, our chief correspondent at the White House, John Roberts, telling us that the new version of the memoranda has been altered in some ways by the White House review. 5 professional members of the FBI were at the White House to meet with the Chief of Staff, John Kelly, to go through that. Time will tell what the memo says and who it implicates, but it doesn't look good for those who've been scrambling to change or hide it. The deeds done in secret are about to be revealed in the light of the American political system. They might soon face the judgment of the justice system as well. Absolutely. They're trying to change it because they're trying to hide it. We know what happened. I mean, I just say release the thing. You know, if the FBI was allowed to see it, that, that they were going to pull a stunt like this. Of course. It's absolutely, you don't even have to question it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.